Savile Row is the mecca of British sartorial excellence, a place that embodies both the historic legacy of traditional English tailoring and the quintessential flair of classic Englishman style. While Savile Row undoubtedly plays a significant role in classic British menswear, it is not the only destination of note. Just a short walk away lies Regent Street, one of London's most renowned shopping avenues, where one will find another bastion of stylish and refined British menswear. This brand is celebrated not only for its impeccable tailored garments and timeless ready-to-wear collections, designed for elite English sporting pursuits, from polo to regattas, but also for the remarkable style of its founder, often referred to as the godfather of British fashion. That's right. I am talking about Hackett London. Hackett London was founded in 1983 by Mr. Jeremy Hackett and Mr. Ashley Lloyd Jennings, with their first store opening on King's Road. Jeremy's profound experience in menswear began when he was a teenager. He left school and moved to London to work as a salesman at a tailor's shop on Savile Row. Simultaneously, he engaged in the second-hand fashion trade as a side venture, an experience that helped shape his sensitivity and taste for contemporary classic English menswear. The brand grew steadily, leading to the opening of several new boutiques in London before expanding internationally to Asia and the United States. I first encountered the Hackett London brand through an editorial feature in GQ magazine about 2 decades ago. My appreciation for the brand deepened when English actor, Mr. Matthew Good, starred in one of their campaigns, effortlessly embodying a refined, understated elegance. Set against the backdrop of both the seaside and the English countryside, the campaign evoked a distinctively suave and youthful English charm that captivated me. At the time, I was searching for a refreshing alternative to the ubiquitous American preppy and polished wasp-inspired menswear brands that had become oversaturated in the market. Discovering Hackett London introduced me to a wardrobe that perfectly balanced classic preppy sensibilities with the sophisticated flair of the contemporary English gentleman. Their tailored menswear, in particular, conjured an image of impeccable polish and timeless elegance, deeply rooted in English heritage. It reminded me of the Ivy League archetype familiar in American style, yet imbued with an elusive English country charm that added an extra layer of refinement. Imagine the quintessential English gentleman of a bygone era, clad in a perfectly tailored suit, polished black leather shoes, a bowler hat perched atop his head, and a long umbrella doubling as a walking stick. Though this image may seem antiquated today, Hackett London's modern reinterpretation breathes new life into this classic silhouette, making it both relevant and desirable for the contemporary man's wardrobe. It is through this thoughtful fusion of tradition and modernity that I developed a lasting desire to own at least one piece of Hackett London menswear, a testament to the brand's enduring appeal and sartorial excellence. At that time, the brand's menswear collection was available only in a limited selection at the Harvey Nichols department store in my city. Despite the modest assortment, I was fortunate enough to acquire my very first Hackett polo shirt, a cherished keepsake that marked the beginning of my journey with the brand. In 2006, a business trip to London provided an opportunity to visit their iconic Regent Street boutique briefly, and then a few days later, I visited their Covent Garden boutique on King Street, where I finally got my first Hackett London dress shirt, a pristine white shirt adorned with a subtle navy check pattern. Owning this shirt felt akin to possessing a precious and stylish treasure. A tangible connection to the impeccable style epitomized by Jeremy, whose elegant, quintessentially English aesthetic remains timeless. Always impeccably dressed in a well-tailored suit, complemented by polished grooming and an unshakable demeanor, Jeremy stands as one of the most inspiring icons of modern menswear. To me, Hackett London's menswear represented a refreshing departure from the saturated and stifling American preppy brands that had dominated the market for years. It was a breath of fresh air, an invitation to embrace a more refined, sophisticated, and distinctly English sartorial tradition. As a tailoring aficionado, it is essential to delve into Hackett London's tailored offerings. Their off-the-peg suits seamlessly combine the modern sophistication of a polished, successful Englishman with the heritage of Savile Row's sartorial tradition, all while featuring a discerning selection of fabrics and details. Hackett London's modernized English cut is expressed through generous, structured shoulders, a slender, body-hugging waistline, high armholes, and a shorter jacket torso. This silhouette accentuates English suave and masculinity in a contemporary way, allowing one to appear both modern and stylish, yet imbued with classic English flair. The best example is to take a look at the founder himself, whose ensemble and bearing speak volumes. In 2012, Hackett London finally opened its first flagship boutique in my city. The two-story boutique featured a modern English classic interior, with several rooms dedicated to ready-to-wear, tailoring and shirting, outdoor sportswear, and children's wear. The grand opening evening was memorable, featuring a facade lighting ceremony and a brief speech by Jeremy himself. Although I could only see Jeremy from afar as he was busy mingling with guests, it was a stylish and unforgettable evening immersed in the quintessential English sophistication of the brand. However, social upheaval followed by the COVID pandemic resulted in an economic downturn a couple of years ago. The luxury retail sector suffered greatly during this period, forcing some brands to cease operations or shift their expansion elsewhere. Coupled with shrinking demand for formal classic menswear, the Hackett London flagship in my city eventually closed after only a couple of years, leaving behind an empty space filled only with glorious and glittering memories of the past. The influence of Hackett London has left a deep imprint on those who appreciate menswear and style, through its impeccable collections, which reflect the taste, refinement, and sophistication of a gentleman's lifestyle. The brand offers a guide, especially for tailoring aficionados, to marvel at and understand quintessential English preppy and sophisticated lifestyle. It inspires us to create a tasteful life and way of living through sophisticated dressing. Jeremy's impeccable style redefines what classic English menswear should look like and represent in the 21st century, broadening our horizons beyond bespoke suits from Savile Row. In addition to his success in menswear and his steadfast position in British men's fashion, Jeremy has also written articles and published books. One of his works, My Classic, was published in 2007 by Thames Hudson. An upcoming book, My London, is set to be published by Real Art Press and is tentatively scheduled for release in late 2025. I first came across My Classic in 2008, but I have no intention to buy it, as I always think that it will remain available. Years later, when I realized it was no longer in circulation, I began searching for it again, and hope to get a copy, even if it's a second-hand book, before it's completely vanished. The edition I now own is a first edition, which I purchased online barely a few weeks ago. It serves as a style guide to classic English menswear through Jeremy's eyes, featuring tastefully composed photographs by London-based photographer Garda Tang. Dressed in the brand's elegant and refined menswear, readers are invited to immerse themselves in timeless elegance and a sophisticated lifestyle, following Jeremy to elite English sporting events. The book reveals his passion for menswear details and offers style advice on dressing well and sharply. It is a superb collector's item for those who appreciate modern English menswear, style, and lifestyle, and for anyone who values the finer things and seeks to master refined menswear and English sartorial elegance. Like many established fashion houses that have branched out into perfume and grooming, Hackett London also offers a range of men's fragrances, all relatively new to the market. The earliest, Essential and Bespoke, were launched in 2022. Absolute followed in 2023, and the most recent, English Oud, debuted in 2024. While I do not possess the entire fragrance line, I came across a bottle of Essential Eau de Parfum about a month ago by coincidence, and it has since become part of my perfume collection. The perfumers behind Essential are Mr. Tim Gage and Mr. Christian Provenzano. Classified as an aromatic faubourg, this fragrance opens with citrusy and spicy notes of bergamot and pink pepper, develops into floral and fruity notes of lavender and pineapple, and settles into a dry down of aromatic amber notes, including tonka bean, patchouli, and amber. I would describe this perfume as a mass-market, crowd-pleasing alpha male fragrance with a certain English classic appeal? Does it reflect the elegance of an English gentleman and the impeccable tailoring of the brand? Perhaps the citrus spicy top notes and lavender do convey a clean, neat gentlemanly appeal, while the aromatic base notes reinforce its masculinity. It is best considered a general daily use fragrance rather than a masterpiece of rare niche perfumery. While it may not necessarily be my personal favorite, I can imagine wearing this scent with the more relaxed pieces from the Hackett Heritage and Hackett London lines for a casual, off-duty look. Recently, I passed by the building where the former Hackett London flagship boutique once stood. It is now occupied by a local bank as a private banking center. News emerged some time ago that this particular bank plans to lay off a significant number of staff due to restructuring. Looking at the exact spot that was once a stylish address for dressing the most elegant men with the finest taste and English sophistication, with its spectacularly lighting facade, such elegance and refinement have vanished without a trace, leaving only a struggling and somber reality. The contrast is deeply ironic, isn't it? That said, life goes on. The boutique may be closed in my city now, and the classic menswear culture may be fading, but Jeremy's legacy and style endure. At the very least, his impeccable tailoring and aesthetics still hold a special place in my heart. For now, I will do my utmost to preserve these artifacts and menswear pieces, and I remain hopeful that one day I will have the opportunity to revisit this English menswear flagship boutique in person, perhaps in London.